What's going on, everyone? My name is UnderTheRadar, and welcome back to the APA. This is going to be the Week 6 battle. We are going into this game sitting at a very solid 5-1, 5-1. 4-1? I don't even remember what our record is. It's been so long since I played in this league. Very solid 1, 2, 3, 4-1 going into this Week 6 game. This week we are playing the Dunfermlinoones. I'm going to assume that's how you say their team. However, as you can see, they are also 4-1. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I went back and forth for a long time debating on whether or not I wanted to even do a team builder for this video, because if I make playoffs, there's a very good chance I will see this guy in playoffs. And he was also last season's victor. However, the more and more I looked at the team matchup, the more I realized that I was probably going to make another transfer, changing up the entire thing, and I'm very proud of the team that I built, just because of a bunch of the different safety nets that I've created for my team in this game, everything like that. I'm really proud of the team, so I really wanted to show it off to you guys before the game. However, let's go ahead and take a look at his team. He has a Mega Gallade, Weavile, Skarmory, Haxorus, Stunfisk, Decidueye, Gardevoir, Alomomola, Yanmega, Silvally, and Type Null. So this team is a very weird. Very weird team. First thing that is pretty weird is the fact that he has Mega Gallade plus Gardevoir and Silvally plus Type Null. So that alone is weird. Like, he has 2 Psychic types, he has like an evolution line, and his main wall core in Skarmory, Stunfisk, and Alomomola, 2 out of 3 of them are absolutely nuked by electric type moves. So since they're so pressured by electric type moves, I came up with a pretty cool strategy to do a lot of work to it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I wanted to make some transfers this week. I did want to do a trade where I got Jolteon, but that would mean that I lost Licky, and none of it was just worth it to me, because I really like Licky on this team, and especially because I'm going to use it for later matchups. But ultimately, I think I have a very good matchup this game, a very good matchup this game. I did do 3 mocks. I won all 3 of them. Don't know how well that's going to transfer to the actual game, because he is prone to bringing weird sets. Like, for example, if you look down here, against a team that has like a Kyurem Black and a Magnezone and a Suicune, he still brought Weavile. That's pretty weird to me, because those 3, in my opinion, would kind of sort of stop it. Granted, just by looking at the other things that the opponent brought, Kofag, Crobat, and Omastar, it does a lot of work to those 3. And as you can see here, he made Weavile able to kill an Umbreon, Tapu Fini. Like, he made it to where he's done a lot of work with Mega Gallade and Weavile, along with Mega Gallade and Weavile picking up all 6 kills in his Week 3 game. So that alone is pretty impressive. He's also shown that he's not afraid to bring the combination of Type Null plus Silvally, so that's pretty cool. And here I believe he also brought Type Null plus Silvally. He brought Silvally plus Stunfisk, that's right. But he doesn't really fear anything in building, and that's pretty cool for me, because that means I get to be a little bit more creative. One thing that I think that I'm pretty sure he likes is Bulk Up Gallade. I'm pretty sure this week he brought Bulk Up Gallade, and I'm pretty sure this week he brought Bulk Up Gallade. He might have also brought it this week. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know he's brought Bulk Up Gallade at least twice. One of the games he did have his assistant coach play, but that was also Bulk Up Gallade, and he did build the team. So that's something to keep in mind, along with the fact that he hasn't brought Decidueye once. Like, no Decidueye, no Decidueye. Oh, he did bring it. He brought it here. Okay. Overlook that. Either way, just noting, like, the type of builder he is really unique. He's a very unique builder, and he does seem to have some pretty cool success. His big win was against a team that is currently 0-5, so that's something to note. So it's not like he builds off the wall, he's great in battle. He's just had like some really good games, and he's a good player. So he's just not, I haven't seen him to be like the best ever, but he's shown to be pretty skilled. But if you do not remember what my team is Mew, Infernape, Donphan, Mega Altaria, Empoleon, Alolan Raichu, Tauros, Scolipede, Zerwork, Licky, and Gourgeist. Looking at his team, let's just point out a couple of things. He has a really strong dark type, a really good knockoff user, very good setup sweeper, a very good ghost type, and a trick user that can all pressure me, along with a really strong bug type. So depending on how I want to build, Mew can be extremely pressured this game. However, I built a set this game that can 6-0 him, depending on what he brings. Depending on what he brings, it can 6-0 him. So that's really, really cool. Also, looking at his team, the biggest threat for my team, in my personal opinion, with the way that I've built, is Gardevoir. If that thing is a trick choice spec set or a trick choice scarf set, it can be very detrimental for my team, because my best two switch-ins to Gardevoir are Licky and, believe it or not, Gourgeist. Gourgeist can actually switch in on it and beat it 1v1 with the likes of Stealth Rocks plus 2 Shadow Sneaks. So that's kind of what I'm most scared of. I'm not most scared of Mega Gallade, and I'm not most scared of Weavile. I'm not most scared of Haxorus. The only way Haxorus could be scary is if it gets up 2 Dragon Dances. However, my team doesn't really allow it to get up 2 Dragon Dances for free. It can't really set up on much of anything, especially if I change the one thing that I'm considering about changing on this team, but I'm not completely sure yet. Either way, let's go ahead and look at the team that I'm bringing. The first mon that I knew I wanted to bring was Alolan Raichu. Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Surf, Psychic, nukes everything on his team. Like, looking at his team, it just goes down the board. It's like Thunderbolt, 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 Psychic, Surf, Psychic, Thunderbolt, 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 depending on what type it is, and then this thing can switch in pretty well. So it just nukes everything. And the fact that his best electric immunity is a ground type, and I can click Surf against it and 2-hit KO it depending on what set it is very, very nice for me. That extra, originally I had Kasib Berry for a Shadow Sneaking Gallade. However, I'm really expecting Gallade to be like Setup Move, Knockoff or X-Scissor, Close Combat, and then Psychic Move or Ice Punch for my Mega Altaria. So because of that, he either has to forego Setup to go with Shadow Sneak, or forego a coverage move to hit my Mew, my Mega Altaria, something along those lines to have Shadow Sneak. Either way, I don't really think that's going to be a really nice aspect. Now, it's not going to be a nice aspect for him. So this is a very important core, the start of a very important offensive core this game. The start of the offensive core is with this Alolan Raichu into my Choice Scarfed Zoroark with U-Turn, Knockoff, Foul Play, and Punishment. So real quick, let me tell you why these two are really important. Alomomola is a hard check to this third mon on the team, which is the set that I have that can 6-0 him. Because of that, I wanted to make sure that my offensive core was easily able to pressure Alomomola. The biggest way I have to pressure Alomomola is with this Raichu. Raichu can always come in and click Volt Switch. My worry is that what he's going to do is he's going to be Wakanberry, and then with that Wakanberry he can click Mirror Coat and kill something on my team. He can kill literally anything. Life Orb Volt Switch even kills max HP Mew. I'm pretty sure after Stealth Rocks. So it's super important that I have my Dark type to be immune to the Mirror Coat. So what I have planned is to always go into my Alolan Raichu, click Volt Switch on it, see if it's Wakanberry, see if it's whatever type of berry it is, and then if I don't see Wakanberry, I can go into something a little bit easier, not expecting it to be Mirror Coat, or if I want to play safe, I can go directly into my Zoroark, be immune to the Mirror Coat, U-turn out, and then go along from there. This is also a super, super, super big safety net for a couple of different mons. Knockoff is super important because two of the biggest threats to my team are Decidueye and Gardevoir, right? And Decidueye, if I'm able to knock it off, it does a lot of damage. It also takes off a Colbur Berry if I think that he might be Colbur Berry for my Infernape. Same thing with knockoff for Skarmory. So if he is a really bulky Gardevoir that is Calm Mind and is aimed to be able to set up on my Mew, that's really scary for my team. So what I have planned for that is Punishment. If you don't know what Punishment does, it's a base 60 power move plus 20 for each of the target stat boosts. With Calm Mind, it gets 2 stat boosts. So after 1 Calm Mind, it's base 100 power. After 2 Calm Minds, it's base 140, so on and so forth, until it reaches a cap of, I believe, 180. I believe that's where the cap stops. But even then, Punishment will do enough damage to where anything on my team can clean it up, as long as I outspeed it, and as you can see right here, I do have a mon that can easily outspeed it if it is a Calm Mind variant. So that can help me not lose to that. It can help me beat a Dragon Dancing Haxorus or a Swords Dancing Haxorus, because even if he's like Swords Dance with, I believe it's Lychee Berry, that gives, or Slack Berry, gives you the +1 in speed, I can go right into this, click Foul Play on it, knock it out of the equation. The big thing that this is here for is for Gallade. If he is SD Gallade, Bulk Up Gallade, if he is any type of Gallade, I can go into this thing, click Foul Play, kill it. It does about 76% minimum, so if he has any chip damage, if he's taking like Stealth Rocks, plus any one hit, Foul Play kills it, guaranteed. And that's super important, that this thing can just take it out one of his win cons, depending on what it is, of course. Everything else on his team, I can deal with. If something sets up, I can deal with it another way, aside from Dragon Dancing Haxorus. That is something that's a pretty big fear of mine, is letting it get up 2 Dragon Dances. However, everything on this team can either nuke it or pivot out against it. I believe Empoleon has Ice Beam. I believe. That is the only thing, and then Licky can obviously Body Slam, Para it, things of that nature, wear it down, things like that. So I do really like that. Especially with it having Z moves, I can't reliably knock off the Haxorus, so Foul Play, Punishment, Knockoff, Triple Dark Stab, super good this game, and being immune to that Mirror Coat is a very big part of this core. So these two in conjunction work really well. This Infernape set I am so unbelievably proud of. His team loses to this. This is the original set, this is what I'm changing it to, because the big reason why I'm changing it to Close Combat is for Haxorus. If I'm able to get this thing set up before Haxorus comes in, a Gigavolt Havoc does not kill it. And if he wants to set up on me, I cannot beat it 1v1. So I need to be able to have Close Combat to be able to nuke it. While yes, it might make me a little bit weaker to his priority in Ice Shard from Weavile, what it does is it makes sure that I can absolutely nuke something on his team. And believe it or not, at +2, Fightinium Z completely does the exact, it actually does more damage than Thunder Punch with Electrium Z. So it's really not that bad to be able to just take it out of the equation. So let's go over this EV spread. It's very complex. So 92 physical attack investment. What that does is that after any hit, knock off, anything, Swords Dance into Flame Charge into Fightinium Z, Electrium Z, whatever Z move I planned on running, kills Alomomola. That's all that I have to worry about. If I can kill Alomomola, I'm in good shape, because after that he struggles to kill this thing. If I have Rocks Up +2 with 92 special attack investment with the Iron Fist ability, Fire Punch kills Fizdef and Fernape. I'm pretty positive. I want to double check this because I really want to double check this. +2 versus, what is that thing called? Scrummery? Yeah. As you can see, it does 78 to 92. Not a guaranteed kill, but after a little tiny bit of chip damage, it does kill him. And with the team that I have prepared, it's really not hard for me to get off that chip damage before he's able to roost all the way back up to full, and that's really nice. The only thing that would suck is if he's Akaberry, because then obviously that does not kill, but what Fire Punch also allows me to do is it allows me to not take Flare Blitz recoil, and that's super important. If I took Flare Blitz recoil, this sweep would be ended very easily. So the 92 attack investment, while I could raise it a little bit more to guarantee get the kill, as you can see at +2, max attack is what I need to be able to kill. I'm not okay with that, because what I need is I need this bulk. This bulk allows me to always, I repeat, always get up a Swords Dance against Fizdef Alomomola. Always. And I can Flame Charge against it. And that's really what I want, is to be able to set up against the Alomomola if it's locked into. Like, if he kills something, as he goes for Wish, I can go into my Infernape. As he protects, I go for Swords Dance, and then I can get up to a boosted move. I'm not going to click my Z move until I see him go for Protect. Then the next turn I will click Fightinium Z against it. overall, this Mon can sweep him. +2 Flame Charge guaranteed kills the Weavile. So if he does not have Ice Shard, if he's like banded without it for whatever reason, I'm always able to go ahead and just click Flame Charge, get at my speed, and at +2 Fire Punch also kills Adelaide depending on how much speed investment he has. So if I'm able to get to the +2, get up the Flame Charge, I'm looking real pretty. Even max HP Decidueye with an Akaberry just drops to Fire Punch after a Stealth Rock. So the whole point of this is to be able to pressure Alomomola to get it weakened to the point to where it has to click Wish and Protect to where I can get up the Swords Dance, and then I can click Flame Charge, and then I can sweep him. Hopefully. But that is the main game plan with this offensive core. This max HP investment also allows me to take a plethora of hits from Weavile. So if he does go into Weavile and I'm not in range of Ice Shard because I have a lot of HP investment, I can click Flame Charge against it, get up to +2, and then I don't have to worry about literally anything. So that's really, really nice. I'm going to be reluctant to click Close Combat because I do not want to get the defense drops. The only reason why I have it is mainly for Haxorus, along with clicking a Z move against Alomomola. That's about all I have it for. But after these 3 offensive mons, I realized that I have my offenses very well covered. 2 pivots into a very, very offensive mon. Along with that, I have another pivot in a Colbur Berry Mew with Psychic, Shadow Ball, U-Turn, and Roost. This speed investment, I believe, is enough to outspeed Adamant Decidueye. This is the problem with building your teams like a week in advance. Yeah, Adamant Decidueye. So I can always click Shadow Ball against that to weaken it, which is really, really nice. But the Colbur Berry is there pretty much just for the likes of Weavile, for the likes of Gallade, things of that nature. So I can always live a hit, click U-Turn against them, drop in my Zerwork, drop in my Infernape, things like that. If I realize that I don't need an SD to sweep his team late game and I can like just get a Flame Charge off against his Weavile, I'm going to do that. Like, I don't have any problems with just doing that. Oh, also this speed is enough speed to outspeed Haxorus, because that's his fastest thing under this. That was another thing I noticed about his team. It has very weird speed tiers. So, but the U-Turn there is pretty obvious. Psychic I have there for stab, but ultimately I may change that to Vacuum Wave. I might change it to Vacuum Wave, because that's for Weavile. I don't know. I'm probably going to change Psychic, but I'm not sure yet, because Shadow Ball, U-Turn, I don't really have a need for Psychic outside of hitting Haxorus for really good damage, but if I'm going to do that, I'm going to want to run Ice Beam. And if I run Ice Beam, I don't really need Shadow Ball except for Gardevoir. So it's a tough call with Mew's moveset. However, I do know U-Turn and Roost are super, super pivotal this game. Those are the main 2 moves that I'm going to be clicking with my Mew to just make sure that I'm always healthy and I'm getting off some nice residual chip damage with U-Turn. This will also allow me to scout for like Rocky Helmet on the, what's it called? The Alomomola. So I really like Mew this game. I think it's a very good supporting mon for my Infernape plus my Zerwork. I might change this spread up a little bit to be able to ensure that I do 50% to Haxorus to not allow it to set up on me with Dragon Dance. So I might mess with this spread a little bit more. I'm not quite sure yet, but the main thing that I really wanted to show off was this Infernape set. After that, I do have my Licky Licky, just Spadef Licky Licky with Wish, Heal Bell, Body Slam, and I might change this to Ice Punch. With Oblivious, it prevents me from being taunted from things like Gardevoir, Gallade, Weavile, Skarmory, everything like that. So that's really nice. But Wish and Heal Bell. Heal Bell is there because if he Toxics something on my team, that's terrifying for me because as you can see, my offensive mons are extremely frail, so I can't have them taking residual damage. My Mew being toxic is awful, and then Licky Licky being toxic is pretty bad too. So Heal Bell is super important, but with Wish, Heal Bell, Body Slam, I'm able to do a lot of damage to things. I'm able to prevent things like Haxorus from being able to set up on me for free because of the Body Slam para. So that's pretty cool there. Knockoff is also there for knocking off Gardevoir's choice item, knocking off his leftovers, whatever he could be. So that's mainly why I had Knockoff along with Decidueye. So Knockoff was pretty nice for that. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to change that to Ice Punch or not. I still have a lot of like thinking to do before this game tomorrow. The game is in less than 12 hours, holy crap. And I still haven't slept yet. But then the final mon on the team is going to be my Empoleon. I needed a very good switch into Weavile to force it to take Stealth Rocks damage, to be able to scout out what item it was, to be able to scout out a bunch of different things, and I need Stealth Rocks this game. Absolutely need Stealth Rocks this game. Originally, I did have something over Empoleon. I believe I had... So I just want you to know, before I get into this mon, I realized I had Impish Nature in the video. I did change it. Don't worry, I noticed it right after the video when I started to gen it, but I know for a fact that if I go ahead and I just put up the video without putting this in it, somebody's going to say that I had Impish Nature on it when I have Scald and Ice Beam. I realized. I got you. I got you. Thank you all very much. Oh, also, quick little update, I did change this to Ice Beam Shadow Ball. I don't need Psychic for anything. I need Ice Beam, not Psychic, so yeah, I did change that whenever I genned it. I think I had Donphan over Empoleon, I think. And I didn't like that mainly because of how offensive his team could be and how easily it could pressure it down without me being able to get off the damage I want. The main thing that I can say by that is that if you look at Empoleon's base stats, just 191, 154, 121, Donphan was very, very, very frail on the SpDef side with the set that I wanted to run. And being able to take hits from Weavile, Skarmory, Non-Earthquake, Haxorus, Stunfisk, Decidueye, Gardevoir, Alomomola, Yanmega, Silvally, and Type Null was really, really nice for me. And being able to knock off Type Null. Oh, no, that's why I know I can't get rid of knockoff for Type Null. So being able to knock off that is really, really nice, along with being able to Scald Burn Skarmory. That was also pretty nice. I do wish I could fit on Ice Beam. Because I do have two other knockoff users. I think I am going to go Ice Beam. I originally had knockoff there to be able to get rid of like lefties on his Alomomola. However, if I am against his Alomomola, I'm going to click Toxic on it anyway because there's not much it can do to me. Same thing with Skarmory. I don't really need to knock off his leftovers because Scald Burn will pretty much help me out with that as it is. So this is the team that I'm going to be bringing, all aside from Mew's moveset. I might change that up a little bit. I'm not sure yet. But you guys will know in the battle for sure. But guys, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all again so much for watching. I hope you are ready for this battle because it's going to be a good one. We've been talking a lot of smack talk. For fun, of course, because, like, in my opinion, smack talk is, like, the best part of any league. So being able to have, like, friendly smack talk is pretty cool. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.